Jonathan Trager here for Seconds Out. I'm joined today by Billy Joe Saunders, ahead of the world title fight in Manchester now. Obviously been rearranged. First of all, Billy, how are we feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. He had a virus, so he's obviously had to pull out from the Limerick fight. I feel sorry for the Irish fans. I know that he's got a big following there, but it is what it is. He ain't going to go in there half-heartedly, Andy, and he's had to pull out. But everything happens for a reason, and we're in England now.
Yeah.
So that's another bonus, really, in a way. But as I say, I won't be looking for any favours. So all I want to do is get in there and win that title outright, and fair and square, and that's what it's a man to do.
And in terms of training camp, obviously I've watched many interviews with you in the past when you've discussed kind of timings with training camps and also your mind frames. Obviously ahead of the Chris Eubank fight, you weren't 100% sure whether the fight would actually materialise, so it kind of affected your training. With this one, because it's been postponed, do you think it will have an impact at all, or will it give you more time?
No, I mean, for one, I don't need any more time. I've got to, I'll take a little bit of rest, which I've done. So, that's been took care of. The rest is happening. I don't want to go in there and go overboard, be overfit and overtrained. It don't work. So Jimmy said, listen, he said, I don't want to see you, this was on the Wednesday, I don't want to see you in the gym till the Monday. Yeah. Keep you running up. Don't want to see, but listen, I've done a little bit of running and also I've been to the gym myself. I just can't stay up. But not overdoing it, just taking me time. Listen, I'm in good shape, my weight's good, everything's on course, and I will be back out to the MGM Marbella the first week in September to finish off the last 6 weeks out there.
And I know it sounds daft this, but the sun, there is a bit of vitamin D in the sun apparently, and there are sort of people that encourage training abroad purely because of the benefits you can reap from that. Do you feel the health benefits as well training out there?
Well, listen, I don't care where you are and where you're not. I think that if you're going to live it and you're going to do it properly, and this is what I'm doing, it doesn't matter where you train, you're going to do it. And if you've got as much want as I've got at the minute, you're definitely going to do it, and I know I'm going to be doing it. I don't care where I am, but I'm out in the MGM Marbella to finish off because that's the best place for me, I believe. Yeah.
And the popular sort of theory amongst boxing analysts with this fight is that obviously Andy will look to land a big punch. You'll probably dance a little bit and box your way to a victory. Do you fancy yourself also being able to stand there in the pocket with Andy?
Well, listen, the way you got to look at it is that, all right, I'm not the biggest puncher in the world, but I've stopped more than half out of my 22 fights. I've stopped 12. And yeah, listen, Andy's got the punch. But listen, the way I look at it, if you're not standing in that road, you can't get run over. Yeah. You box clever. And there will be times I will be standing with him. See, the thing is, people's going to think I'm going to start backing up and running away. Not going to be the case. There's a strategy to beat Andy Lee, and I got it.
Yeah. But presumably your coach, I mean, it would appear you're an emotional guy anyway, as well as being a sort of cerebral fighter. Do you think there'll be times when your coach as well, Mr. Tibbs, will have to kind of maybe rein you in a little bit in the corner?
Listen, definitely, I'm sure Adam both will be doing the same. Our roots, we're both travellers, come from the background. There'll be times when me and him are standing toe to toe where Jimmy's probably sitting in the corner holding his eyes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure Adam both going to be doing the same. Yeah. But this fight don't need selling. This fight's never going to happen again. This is a history fight. It won't happen again. It's going to be a long time for two travellers fight for a world title, and it's on Frank Warren Promotions and on Box Nation. So if you can't get there, watch it.
Yeah, and just a couple more about the sort of psychology behind the fight. You're in the past you have become embroiled in like war of words, obviously the Eubank one being the obvious one to cite, but with this one it does appear there is that level of respect there between the two of you. It's like there's a respect there.
Listen, I think that Steve Watch, like he's doing the interview, don't keep getting in front of the camera. I think that with me and Andy, it don't need building up. If he was one of them people who was a bit of a knob, I say, oh listen mate, I'll tell him what he is. This is what I think. I genuinely can't say anything bad about him. He's a nice fella. It's just I want his title. That's it. And we come from the same background. But like I say, if I found Andy was a bit of a knob, whatever else I want to use the word, I'd tell him, but he's not. He's a nice fellow. He's got respect for me, so I respect him back. But when people start saying they can beat Golovkin, they're better than Floyd Mayweather, they're talking like idiots. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'll tell them, I'll let them know what they are. But listen, Andy's a good champion, and on the 10th of October I'll be taking that WBO world title and the new.
And obviously your personality as well, you are charismatic, you're one of the most candid men in boxing really. Sometimes you've been outspoken, particularly in IFL interviews, and seen that, and it's landed you in a little bit of hot water. Yeah. I suppose the question is, Do you kind of sometimes, you obviously don't have a filter in terms of you say what you feel. Are there times now when people around you that are advising you, say, Billy, you know, as you become more high profile, maybe you've got to be more careful with your words?
Listen, people can advise me and do what they want, but I say what I feel. If I think something, I'm a straight person. You know, listen, I don't like people hiding Brighton saying, talking about, oh, he's a cunt, and Brighton, all right, mate, oh, yeah. If I think someone's a cunt, I say, listen, mate, you're a cunt. I'll just tell them straight. And I expect people to do the same to me. So it don't only work for me. I expect people to do the same to me, tell me. And I just say what I feel, really. But, you know, there's probably some times where I should watch it, but my mouth gets a bit, maybe one day it'll land me in a bit of trouble.
Yeah. And just one last question, just looking beyond this fight, I know you don't do that as a fighter, it's a bit of a cliche, you just look at the fight that's in front of you, but it's obvious when Frank's talking in a press conference, he's talking about people in his stable that he believes will go on to become world stars. It's obvious he's alluding to yourself there, not only because of your boxing ability, but also because of your charisma. That must be nice to have that kind of belief with your promoter there.
Frank Warren's worked with Ricky Hatton, Kawasaki, he's all of them. And for him to say that, it's a good lift, good boost. And listen, he's, in my eyes, he's the best promoter in Europe.
Yeah.
For me, he's done wonders for me. And, you know, he's doing a very good job with the up-and-coming stars. And listen, for him to put his hand in the pocket for Box Nation, out of his own pocket, and invest in it, you know, he's trying to build stars, not just find them, take them. He's just building stars. And fair play to him, he's doing the right job with me. And listen, I'm very happy where I'm at, and, you know, I'd love to finish my career with him.
And does he must appreciate your loyalty as well. There's been times in recent years when certain fighters have defected or gone to other promotions or what have you, but you've stayed true with Frank, you've stayed with him.
Well, listen, this is what sort of person I am. If I shake your hand and I say, right, listen, you know, I'll work with you. Do you know what I mean? I'm not one of them who talks bright in someone's back and walk away as he can't. Listen, me and Frank's probably been sitting around the table before and we've had an argument, then we shake hands, deal's done, end of story. But that's the sort of, listen, I like Frank, he's one of our own. He's had it the hard way, he started from nothing and come up, and just what I'm trying to do now, start from nothing and trying to build my life up. Not only for me little boys as well. But it's a hard, long journey, and I'm nowhere near finished yet, nowhere near finished.
And the obvious one, the Chris Eubank rematch, that'll happen, won't it, in time?
Well, listen, it will happen, I suppose, but listen, it'll happen when I'm good and ready. When I'm world champion and I'll defend it how many times I want to defend it and give him a chance, it'll happen, but everything on my terms. He had his chance to sign a contract before the Andy Lee fight, and he messed the belt, wouldn't vacate his little Mickey Mouse title, and he's just a bit of a... He is a bell end, isn't he?
Well, Billy, thanks for the time. Pleasure chatting with you, and also, just a quick one, what round your dad going to win in?
3.
Third round, right, you've heard it there. Get your bets on.